The amount of time we spend on our phones, especially on social media, is definitely alarming. It doesn't matter what your age is, today we are all constantly online. If you want to end the cycle of always being on your phone and constantly scrolling through social media, this video is for you. The first thing I want to address in this video is something that I believe can truly help you in your journey of disconnecting. And that is the fact that you are not alone and you are not the only one to blame for the amount of time you spend on your phone. Let me explain. I recently read the book Stolen Focus by Johann, and I apologize for any mispronunciation. And it opens my mind to the fact that we are so addicted to our phones, not only because of our own habits and behaviors, and they do play an important role in the amount of time we spend on our phones, but because of the major forces that influence us, the companies that create everything we use on our phone. And this is not a video to badmouth a specific company, not at all. I just realized by reading that book that before we take action in the direction of disconnecting from our phones, we need to understand the real reasons why we are so dependent on them. The social media apps we use have been developed to catch our attention. Their creators analyze our psychology and produce mechanisms that can keep us logged in as much as possible. Some examples are the notifications we get that can be seen as a form of reward. Every time we receive a comment or a like, and we get the notifications of those actions, we feel the need to check our phones. The infinite scrolling feature also keeps us on the platform in a constant search for something more exciting to watch. So, what I want you to understand is that you have been influenced by bigger forces than your individual attitudes. And that's not to say that you don't have any responsibility or that you cannot do anything to change your situation. I'm in fact talking about what you can do to escape the trap of phone addiction later on in this video. What I'm saying is that you don't need to think that you are the only problem, that you are incapable, or that you are a failure every time you pick up your phone. We are all in this together, trying to live better lives in a constantly changing world. We are going to be affected by our environment. But we can definitely take action to be more disciplined and as a result improve our own lives. Let's see what you can do to spend less time on your phone. Our bodies have around 11 million sensory receptors, and there are approximately 10 million of them dedicated to our vision. Therefore, it's not surprising that visual stimulation can definitely impact our behaviors. Most of the time, we have our phones right in our line of sight, and that makes it really easy for us to check them. The first thing I suggest you do is create an environment free of your phone. Every time you are going to perform a certain task that does not involve your phone, try putting it in another room or in a place where you cannot see it. Without your phone by your side constantly reminding you to check it, it becomes easier to disconnect from it. Another thing related to our vision that you can do is either delete the apps you feel are affecting you negatively or simply remove them from your homepage. The simple fact of not having a specific app right in front of you when you unlock your phone can make you spend a little more time searching for it, and that little amount of time is sufficient for you to think about what you are doing and ask yourself if that is really necessary. If you want to make a more impactful change, you can activate grayscale on your phone. On an iPhone, you can do it by going to your settings and selecting accessibility, display and text size, color filters, and that's it. Your phone becomes less interesting to use if you remove all the colors. Another action you can take is to deactivate the settings of tap to wake and raise to wake, which are the settings that make your phone instantly turn on when you pick it up or just tap the screen. To deactivate tap to wake, go to your settings, accessibility, touch, and turn off tap or swipe to wake. To deactivate raise to wake, go to your settings, display and brightness, and turn off raise to wake. By deactivating these settings, it will be harder for you to access your phone, and as a consequence, you will have more time to decide whether to use it or not. As I've said earlier, the notifications we receive on our phones are not only created to keep us informed, but also to keep us constantly checking our phones. So I suggest that you turn off all your notifications or only activate the ones that are essential to you. Okay, so now that we've talked about some practical tips to keep you away from your phone, let's talk about this topic in a more habit-based way. Picking up a phone and spending a lot of time on social media has become a habit in the majority of people's lives. And as I've said before, this is not entirely our fault, but we do have a fair amount of responsibility for those actions. Sometimes we just want to escape from whatever it is that we are doing. Sometimes we just want to relax. Sometimes we just want to find some artistic inspiration. And the automatic response of our bodies is to grab our phones and check Instagram or TikTok. But things haven't always been this way. And if our parents and the parents of our parents could live normally without social media, why couldn't we? So I think we need to make that initial effort to pursue other ways of relaxing and connecting with others. I believe we need to take a moment to perform a deep self-study and understand what we really want. What are the things that makes us relax and feel inspired instead of social media? For me, reading books is a fantastic way to do something not related to my phone. It is something that makes me happy and inspired, and I like it so much that I even forget about social media and all the apps that I have on my iPhone or computer. I think we need to take small steps every single day in the direction of our life less influenced by social media. I know this can be easy to say, but difficult to do. But just because it is difficult doesn't mean it is impossible. Here are a few more tips for you. If you like to use Instagram to find some artistic inspiration just like me, but end up falling into the trap of looking at other people's posts and comparing yourself, try unfollowing accounts that make you feel bad and try to have a healthier feed. Mute the accounts you don't want to instantly unfollow, so at least you can see what they're up to. Every time you intend to grab your phone and look at social media, try using the 10-10-10 rule. This is something I read in the book The Science of Self-Discipline by Peter Hollins. When you pick up your phone and try to access social media, think about how you are going to feel in 10 minutes, 10 hours, and 10 days from now. If you think that you are not going to feel well and in fact feel unmotivated, discouraged, and sad for comparing your life to others and not doing what you really should be doing to achieve something you want, you should definitely stop looking at your phone right away. Phone and social media addiction have been negatively impacting our lives, but this doesn't need to continue happening. I know it can be challenging to get away from it, but I truly believe we can not only quit social media, but also use it in a healthy way. I wish you the best of luck in your journey to quitting these addictions, and I encourage you to find hobbies and activities that you truly enjoy and that are healthy for you. Please let me know in the comments what are the things that you do to spend less time on your phone. I hope this video inspired you in some way. Don't forget to like and subscribe because there are a lot of good videos coming up. I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day or night. Bye!